In this section, we will learn about what is ZKP, aka Zero Knowledge Proof. As I said in my previous section, ZKP is kind of a confusing, or maybe rather the interviewer will stress you on this question to confuse you. So make sure you get this right and repeat the examples so that you can get to understand what is zero knowledge proof and where zero knowledge proof can be used. So as per the definition of zero knowledge proof is the ability to prove a secret without revealing what secret is all about. So I'll be talking about the examples in a little while, but before we getting into the examples, let me tell you the different types of zero knowledge proof. There are two types of zero knowledge proofs. One is interactive, other one is non-interactive. As the name suggests, interactive, you have to communicate with the other party to prove the secret, whereas in the non-interactive, you just give a challenge and a single person will be able to determine that other person has the secret or not. So why we need ZKP is that in the other models where you're sharing your private key, public key, you're actually sharing the key. But in the case of ZKP, you're not sharing the key. You hold the key, but you ask the other person to reveal whether they know the key or not. So let's get into the examples of zero knowledge proof. Before the example, how the non-interactive ZKP works is through hash functions. Most of the cryptocurrencies are now using non-interactive ZKPs. So coming to the examples, the first example I would like to explain for you to understand zero knowledge proof is through hotel rooms or maybe a cave. I think in the bookish language it's a cave example, but let me convert that into a simple examples. Have you ever checked into a hotel where there are two rooms and there's a joint door? You can go from one room to other room without coming out to the corridor. Right, so let's assume the same example. 101, 102 are the room numbers, and between these two there's a common door, and the common door has a lock. The common door has a secret key or secret lock. Now I have to prove to the other person that I know the secret. So what you do is you ask the person to go from 101 and ask them to come from 102. So in this case, if you know the secret, you'll be coming out from 102. If you don't know the secret, you just have to come back from 101. So only when you know the secret, you can come out. So in this case, you don't have to reveal the secret code. Just an example, let's say this secret code is 12345, and you just have to key in 12345 to come out from 102. Or maybe the other way, you go from 102 and come out from 101. So every time you have the secret, you can come out. You're proving that you know the secret. The second example is about colorblind. So let's say these are two identical toys. One is blue, other one is yellow. And assume that you don't see yellow, you see only blue. It's a colorblind, right? So instead of yellow, this you are seeing as a blue color. So in this case, I'm hiding my toys, and I'm going to show it to you that which hand has a blue color and which hand has yellow color. So I'm going to say, left is blue, right is yellow. And now I'm going to switch my hands and I'm going to change the colors. And now again, I've changed the hands. I moved around the hands. Now this time, the right side has blue color, the left side has yellow color. But for you are seeing same blue color, both the hands. But when you're switching hands, let's say I am the color blind, I am switching hands, you're making some moves, like you're moving left to right, right to left. You are doing some actions and you don't know because you're thinking it's the same blue color. But for you, the other person, you have to prove that, okay, these are not same. We have to prove to the blind person that these are two different toys. So how do we do that? But every time I change my hands, you're picking a different color. So last time I faked it. I didn't change my hands. I didn't move the cards from one hand to other card. And this time yellow is still here, blue is still here. So that gives me some level of doubt. And every time I do this, now I realize, okay, these are two different. I'm seeing this as blue. The other example I could explain is, let's say somebody is learning magician. He wants to be a magician. And he went to a senior magician and saying that I know how to bring out a bird from this stick. And he doesn't have to reveal a secret, he just have to prove it. So how does it, the moment he brings the bird out, he knows that secret, how to do the magic, right? And why we need the ZKP is that as we are getting into cryptography, we wanted to protect our data. At the same time, we don't want to reveal the entire information to the user. For example, let's say we are taking a bank loan and we have to prove that the bank account belongs to me. But in the case of cryptography, in the case of blockchain, I don't want to reveal my bank account number. So using the, let's say, wallet, they deposited some amount to my account. Let's say even now there's conditions happen, they will deposit 1 or 2 cents and they'll ask you to verify how much money you have. So the same example, let's say the loaner transferred about, let's say, 10 rupees and 15 rupees, 2 transactions. And if it is hitting my account, I can see the bank account and say, okay, I got 2 transactions, one is 10, other 15. So it's proving that this is my bank account and you can do the transfers confidently. So that's how it's gonna work in the future. That's how it's gonna work in the blockchain. Similar to that, even now, Facebook, Google is storing a lot of data. Even if you keep a control on what data you'll be sharing to Facebook, they can still extract some data and work on what kind of ad we have to show. So those are some of the examples, some of the use cases where ZKP is used. Okay, so I hope now you understood what is zero knowledge proof and hope you can explain it to others as well. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll be talking about hash function in the next section.